This March's Nishonoseki group practice session took place at Osaka's unique indoor event, the Umekita Basho, where hundreds of spectators gathered to watch, including random shoppers. Amid the luxury boutiques of the Osaka Grand Front complex, which include Mercedes and Armani, did a 4-hour sumo session take place, rounded off with a 15-bout exchange between the group's top names, Kotozakura and Onosato, the latter triumphing 9-6. "I think there are men who get more fired up if extra people watch," said Kotozakura, whose father praised the overall session. "I simply tried to block the crowd out and get in the zone," Onosato countered. The Umekita evening event showcased an 8-man knockout tournament, comprising Kotozakura, Kotoshoho, Kotoeho, local man Gonoyama, popular Hiradomi, his colleague Sadanomi, workaholic Nishikigi, and his younger colleague Wakaikari. 4,000 fans turned out for this, and saw Kotozakura edge past their beloved Gonoyama in the deciding bout. The next day, Monday, saw the Ozeki swagger onto his stable camp dohyo for, according to Sports Hochi, 19, and, according to Spornichi, 20 bouts with the two Sekiwake, Dai Eisho and Oho, as well as rematches with Gonoyama. Hochi claims he went 13-6 overall, but struggled with Gonoyama, against whom he went 4-4, swearing after losing the opening 2, and vexedly stamping the dohyo after dropping their final bout. Gonoyama seemingly walloped him away before he could get to the belt. "Good or bad, I don't really care," said demotion-threatened Sakura. "I don't want to fret over every single fluctuation in condition. The session felt pretty normal. I can't expect to be in perfect shape every time I get in the ring, and have to find solutions if there are things I can't do. Condition can vary from day to day, so flexibility is key." Gonoyama, who finished with figures of 10-7, said in his local Osaka dialect, "A so-so session." Just hours before, he'd declared to the locals at the evening Umekita event, "I will try to make Saiyaku this time in front of all of you." After Monday's session, he added, "I have to keep training with elite men and come to beat them frequently. I'm no good once my belt's been seized, so I've got to push to the max." While that went on, Hoshoryu was going 15-4 against 3 men at his stable camp, namely colleague Meisei, high schoolmate Oshoma, and Kashiwa senior Takanosho. Nikkan Sports claims he won 15 times, then said, "No different to the usual. I'm just slightly away from full fitness. My right elbow should be okay." Oshoma fared best against him, winning 3 bouts of their 8, and said, "It was great to throw myself into a superior opponent. We came to Japan on the same plane, so the fact he's now Yokozuna makes me mostly happy but slightly envious." And that evening saw both men head to a decent Osaka hotel for a Nihon Sports Uni group party. Oshoma, a graduate of the uni itself, Hoshoryu, a graduate of the uni's affiliated high school. Onosato and Asakoryu were also there, as were coaches Ikazuchi and Nakamura, and Naruto, who studied there in his spare time during his early 30s, hence the Oshoma connection. The event also heralded the launch of Hoshoryu's first personal fan club, to be based in Tokushima, Shikoku. The morning immediately after saw the Yokozuna guest at the Tokitsukaze group practice, and find Onosato waiting there, as a fellow guest. The two big names took over that session, clashing 13 times at the end, with Hoshoryu winning 9. I was stunned to see him there, and felt truly lucky to have this chance to go head-to-head, Hoshoryu said, before asking the media ensemble, "How do you think I did?" "I felt I was hitting well and having a great session with that highly powerful man." Having paraded various throat holds, shoving and gripping attacks, he added, "People tell me I need to have a signature style, but I'm happy with this variation. Variation can be my style." He also fought Wakamoto Haru 7 times, while Onosato tackled Dai Eisho 9 times. "It's good I got to face Hoshoryu in a fairly tired state, as we're scheduled to fight on day 15 this time, when I'm sure fatigue will have kicked in," he said. In that practice, by the way, he was leading Hoshoryu 4-3 before burning out in the final 6. His watching coach, Nishonoseki, said, "I think he's improved more than anyone else in the division." Standing still, I'm afraid, is ex-Ozeki Kirishima, who went into that group session at his own Otoyama camp, having not fought bouts for over a week. With his lower neck and upper shoulder taped, he somehow eked out a 7-6 against Dai Eisho and others. "It was tough to throw myself straight back into this intense session," he said with a weary laugh. "To be frank, it was about as bad as it could have gone. I've no impact power and am merely moving around without making inroads. But I still feel better than before and am getting some of my power back. Let's just try and enjoy this tournament." Meanwhile, over at Camp Sadogatake, Oho was finding the going tough against the leading residents, going down 5-9. "I was focused more on shape than points today," he said. "I constantly tried to beat them for head-on power." His initial charge seems to have gained some zip since he bemoaned it last week. "Now to work on condition," he says. And news just in, Kirishima suffered a further knock at external training today. In the process of going 17-5 at Arashio Stables camp, he appeared to strain his right hip when thrust away by fellow guest Dai Eisho. "I'll be off to hospital now and we'll decide if I can train tomorrow depending on what the doctor says," he told Spornichi's reporter. And as for the neck, he added, "It can charge well at times, but it's clearly not there yet." More training reports tomorrow.